Thursday. It's 8 o'clock. It's the Big Detecting Show.
Hello.
Good evening. I've
Good
been
evening.
promoted. I've been promoted to Dave.
Yes. Well, I think I've been promoted to Dave because I'm normally over there. But
I can't do Adrian. I could do Dave. I don't know if I can do Adrian.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Donna.
And good evening,
thank
everyone.
you for coming on tonight. Poor old Dave. He's in a bit of pain at the moment, and he's struggling. He's waiting a hospital appointment, which, fingers crossed. Do I get something for that or that? He'll get. Oh, something's happening. Hopefully he's seeing his consultant surgeon on Monday and he'll go for an operation and he'll be back with us, fingers crossed, next week, if not the week after. But sending all our love to you, Dave, and we hope you get better soon, my friend.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible being in pain. There's nothing like being, and a lot of pain is
in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
a lot of pain, but he will get better. But tonight we got Donna on the show, who will talk to us about archaeological things and stuff. More importantly, in July 2023, the Treasure Act had a slight amendment, didn't it, Donna? Which we will talk about shortly.
Yeah. It's
which, if you're new to the hobby and you've read the Treasure Act and you've read an old one and you're not quite aware of what the latest update means, Donna will kindly explain it. Also, apologies, the show was scheduled to go live at 7 tonight, that was a faux pas on my behalf. I messed up, and I think if we look in the chat, Andrew T in Canada, he was waiting, very excited, probably thinking he'd get to bed early or wake up later. I don't know what time it's out there. So we are live now. So thank you those for watching us. Ian Greenwald, Jim Painting, David Seymour, David Evans, Paul Tongue, Stephen Brame, the man, Michael Jarvis, Andy Kerridge, Dominic Tomzik, Nick. Oh God. Nick Berry's watching. We've got Adrian's Wall tonight. And I'm worried he's gonna nail that.
You know
one.
what? I think I know what it is, but I think it's going to be a toughie. I do think it's going to be a toughie. It's not one of those things that immediately springs to mind.
Nick, when he goes to bed every night, spends at least 2 hours looking on the PAS database before he goes to bed. David Evans, Jim, it's a Lenovo but has a US keyboard. I think you're in the wrong YouTube channel, Jim, unless it was something earlier. James Barnes, hi James. Oh, I like your YouTube icon, James. Quite like that. Quite nice. Gareth, hi Gareth. Let's make us laugh tonight, please. We need some laughter because poor old David's a bit unwell. No, Jim, we're not talking about knee replacements. I know. Yeah, Jim's wife got a knee replacement. Andrew T's been waiting, bless him, for over an hour.
Oh, Andrew, sorry. I hope you had an extra drink, though.
Hi, Derek. I hope you and your wife are doing well. But this week, it's been funny weather, been freezing cold. I went out.
Sorry, I was admiring this sort of little trinket. It is a little trinket. Look at it. It's tiny. Tiny.
How do I make you
big? I can't get it. There you go. Look.
Yep. Donna found a nice
tiny
fibula.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this field is absolutely this field is absolutely full of them. But they're all tiny. I've only found a couple of
children's.
Yeah, they I mean, I don't know whether it's because people have been on there and they've cleaned up all the big stuff, and because I'm concentrating, I'm just finding the small stuff. But I mean, that's off, toddler to maybe 5 or 6 year old. It's very small. It's very small, and it's also probably first century.
A bit closer.
I always get it in the wrong angle. There you go. Yeah, I could never figure out what side I'm on.
Yeah.
It's even got the cat plate. It's like a little wishbone.
Yeah, it is actually off the back of a chicken.
Yeah.
Do you break the wishbone?
I do. I make a
with
wish
your little
every
finger.
time. I do.
Yeah, I do.
2 little fingers.
I do.
Like that.
Yeah. Oh, what, you pull it yourself?
If I'm picking the chicken, if I'm taking all carcass apart,
I put mine on the side in the kitchen and get one of my children to pull it, and they're like, "Oh, what? Where does that come from, Donna? You should know."
I don't know actually. Is Matt in the chat? Yeah, I don't actually know. I know we've just done it ever since we were kids, and it was my grandma who had a farm, and it's you make a wish, you always make a wish.
That bone's around the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's also
near the lady bits or man bits.
But it was always a good luck charm as well. If you find you can find them in the fields, fallen off Victorian charm bracelets. There's so many good luck charms. But yes, I don't know how that came about. I will look into it and I will tell you. We can answer it in the next episode. So yeah, I will look into it.
Thank you, Stephen Brame. Nice glasses, nice colour. £2 from I think B&M or somewhere like that. I've given up with prescription ones because I keep losing them and they cost a lot of money. So I went with these because, grey. Yeah, I just noticed them actually. But we got Adrian's Wall tonight, like I said earlier. But we're also talking about a few new things in the hobby that have come about. from Composite Cleaning Pencil, one of our lovely advertisers on the channel that we kindly gives away a prize tonight. A sponsor. He's giving away a prize tonight on Adrian's wall, which will be, what I'd say, apart from the cleaning side, my favourite accessory for detecting, and it's a field cleaning kit that Cleaning Pencil do. And
I haven't got one.
Probably well, you could win one tonight, Donna.
I'm not allowed.
Let's just get rid of James because he's.
Not darling James.
I'll leave him in there. I'll leave him in there. He's just annoying because he's in Gran Canaria or Lanzarote and he keeps sending me pictures. But Cleaning Pencil, they're going to be bringing out this beautiful, I think it's horsehair, and it's British brush.
That's
it's very
nice.
Yeah, because when you've got your coins, there's a lot of people use tooth firmer brush, but this is. This, I think it is horsehair. If Graham's in the chat, hang on a minute. Ange just said the Romans brought the pulling of wishbones to England. They believed chickens had magic. Well, that makes sense.
And we know about that because of the chat before and casting using cockerels, like your lead cockerel. Remember, as a casting charm. So obviously that they kept that as a magical part of the chicken. But I wonder, Ange, if the breaking of the wishbone, what significance that has. Is that part of sealing some kind of charm? So, do you use the chicken for casting and then you are breaking the wishbone to seal the charm? Is that where that comes from? Because a lot of these little where you seal a charm, that's what makes it happen. That's what makes it real. A lot of these were the important part of the ceremony. You make the charm, you cast the charm, and then you do something. You do a certain thing that actually seals it.
But then what does the chicken's foot bring into things like the lead one I found?
Yeah, exactly.
You saw. So what is it with chickens? Why not a turkey?
No idea. Well, they didn't have turkeys, did they? Turkeys were imported from America. So we didn't have turkeys until after we'd conquered America.
Anyway, talking of conquering America, this brush, Mr. Dempsey's in the chat. Graham, this is a new brush I think you're looking at doing, which is lovely. I'll tell you what, it's between a cross between a toothbrush and a finer brush. Graham, is this horsehair? It doesn't smell, but it's lovely quality, and there's different colours in there. So I think that will be available soon. Anyway, horsehair, yes, perfect for final buffing of surface. Thank you, Graham. And Graham, am I allowed to talk about this?
Can we thank Dave Seymour, by the way? He's just answered your question.
Oh.
Can you see it? Is that true, Dave Moore? They shared the bone. That's a possibility.
Interesting. Thank you.
Wonderful
Dave.
Contribution. Thank you. And
Graham, if you're there, can I talk about this? Cheryl Dawes. Hi, Cheryl. Yes, I'll see you Saturday. East of England rally it's near Cromer, top of Norfolk. I'll be going there with Julian Evanhart, heading off early. I'm looking forward to that because that is. Have you heard of that, Donna?
I'm not because I'm not on Facebook. I miss out on all of these things, so I don't.
Yeah, well, they've got a website. If you just type in East of England Rally, they've got a website, but it's been going for a long, long time. And I can talk about that, Graham. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going with Julian Evanhart, and there's going to be quite a few people there. And as you know, Norfolk is a very good place.
Norfolk up around Cromer area is very productive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should get some good stuff, and possibility of merchant stuff up there as well. So trading.
Well, if I get a fibula in the first half hour, just get in the car and drive home. But we will see. I've still got to decide what machine to take. But the soil up there is perfect. The beer's good. The food's good, and everything. So, thank you, Cheryl. I'll see you Saturday. So this is from Composite Cleaning Pencil. And what's this? I say it might be a prototype. I don't know, but I've had a play with it. So basically, it looks quite basic. Yes. So on here, it's simple but effective. So your composite cleaning pencil, the nibs on the end, they wear out.
Oh, well done.
So you can just basically rip off. Well, that'll last you It'll last you
a long
months.
time.
Yeah, and you've got different ones and little handle on it, and you can sharpen your composite cleaning pencil on there.
Exactly.
And
what
I
I've
think
needed for ages.
Yeah, so part of your composite cleaning pencil kit, you can have that and just sharpen your pencil up. Whereas at the moment, I go outside and rub it against the house. And my neighbour looks at me thinking,
I keep ruining my nail files.
Cheryl Dawes, yeah, it's a brilliant idea, Graham. It's sandpaper for resharpening. Once it's worn, tear off and use again. Yeah, so
fantastic.
I'll show you. It's on there, and you just rip it off and use another one. And there's
do we know when these are going to be available to everyone?
Graham, actually, Dark Knight Detectorist, you're right. I was only just doing my nails on them as well. So, ladies, actually, multi-present. That is going to be so good. Graham, you should have brought that out for Valentine's Day because you could give that to your housing manager as a gift, and when they're not using it, you could go up there and do your thing.
All you got to do is paint a few little hearts on it, and off you go. Great Valentine's.
Anyway. So yes, so that will be available soon, I think, Graham. And your
toothbrush.
That is perfect. I'm trying.
So is it horsehair? Is it horsehair?
Yes, it's horsehair, and I think it's actually British. I think from what Graham was saying.
So this is basically what it's going to do. Is it's going to preserve the patina. It's just going to remove anything loose and preserve the patina underneath, so we can use that with our cleaning tools just to buff up. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So not so much a field tool, rather part of the cleaning kit once you get home.
Yeah, and I struggle to. I mean, it probably could be used for cleaning your shoes, but as well if you wanted. It'd be interesting how much they are, Graham. How much the brush is, and also how much
because that's what our guests want to know. What's the retail going to be in that?
Talking of brushes, think we're giving this away tonight. The field cleaning kit from Composite Cleaning Pencil. Can you see that, Donna?
It looks fab, and I love the fact that it comes in a little pouch, and it's got your little connector on it. What is it called?
Yeah.
What is it called?
Carabiner.
That's
Carabiner.
I always think it's such a funny name, Carabiner.
I don't know why it's £15 and 1p, but
it's got 99p off. That's why.
We'll be giving that away on the show tonight. So
that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. Oh, give one away tonight, Adrian. UK made horsehair brush. UK made, British.
Fantastic.
Not often you get to say that.
No.
Stephen Brame, I usually wash my coins underwater and have tried drying them out too, but results are really bad. I've tried the pencils too. I usually wash my coins underwater. David Evans. David. What? Oh, David.
What prize did you win?
We did them all, didn't we, Donna? Well,
yeah, I sent mine out. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We know. I think he's not feeling very well, David. I did have to wait till May last year for mine, for my McGrafter. I had it just in time for Rodney Cook. I think that was about his second outing.
David, what did you win? And we'll just remind Dave. Dark Knight Detectorist question. Without being biased towards your preferred machine, why are some people dumping the Manticore and going back to the Nox 800? I love the Manticore. Actually, very good question. And we will talk about it. I think some people find the Manticore interface. So if you go from a Nox 800 to a Manticore, the interface is a lot different. And there is a lot more to change, and it's a lot easier to change. I think some people are just, I don't know. It's a bit like, I'll go back to cars again, but you buy a car that's £50,000 and you get caught in a race in someone in a £10,000 10-year-old car and they beat you. It's all about knowing the machine. I know quite a few people who've gone from the Manticore to the Nox 900, and there's not a lot of difference drastically between the two. There's a bit, obviously, on depth and stuff, and the processor and the battery power. But I think if someone buys a Manticore and sells it at a reduced price, buy it. That's all I say.
Is there a weight difference between the Nox 800?
Not a lot. Not a lot. Not in the grand scheme of things. I think I think I might take the Manticore on Saturday. I think I'll take 3 machines. Yeah, Manticore does too, and the RUTUS Versa, which brings me on to next week.
See, I wonder why. I've seen that happen. I follow quite a few YouTube channels, and I've seen a lot of people buying Manticores. There was a big rush for a Manticore, and Ellie, Miss Detectorist, has just got one as well, and she's loving life. And she was using the Deus 2 before, but I think it's. I don't know. I've got a Nox 800. I wouldn't see the point in changing up to a Manticore. I'm not really up for that, to be fair.
It's.
I don't know how much better I need something to perform. I don't know whether I'm missing much. I mean, is that a thing? Are you going to be missing out on much if you don't get a Manticore?
I tell you what, Donna, when I'm come up your way, I was meant to come up a few weeks ago. When I next come up, I'll leave you the Manticore for a month and see how you get on.
Have a play. Yeah.
Not
see if it
with
brings my medieval pasture to life. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know when I first had my Nox 800 out on that, it was turning nearly every sound into a positive signal. It was a bit mad. It was a bit interesting. I had some terrific finds with that when I first took it out. So,
that it's the world's biggest selling metal detector. It was. Yeah. So, there's a reason behind that, and some amazing finds. But in Treasure Hunting magazine readers' finds, I'm seeing a lot more come up with Manticores.
Yeah.
Now, maybe that's because people have bought them, but there's some interest. Funny enough, this month, well, you were in it this month, weren't you? With your find. Yeah. And if you want to submit your find, if you've got something you found and you want to submit it, go to treasurehunting.co.uk, click somewhere, submit a find. I think scroll down the page, upload a picture, and it'll appear.
That app is phenomenal. That app is so easy to use.
Thank you. Yeah,
I've never put stuff on there before, and that app's arrived. And every time I find something nice enough now, I want to put it on, because it's so easy to do, and it's not a competition, is it? Either, which is
no, it's just you want to
sharing.
I think a prime example would be tonight's Adrian's Wall, which has been a product, an item which was renowned or commonly known, but it was repurposed. But if you didn't know that, you submit it to treasurehuntingmagazine.co.uk reader finds. goes in the magazine, and if you say found this, don't know what it is, Gillian Evan Hart, the editor, will come back to you and say this.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't know, it will go in the magazine, and the magazine goes all around the world. We go to Jamaica, Canada, Australia. Got people all over the world reading it, and obviously this Britain's biggest selling magazine. And there's people who read that, look at it, and go, that's a Quim flat cheese cuff tat. And from 11:31 to 11:32. No,
say it again.
But yeah, a cheese cum flat puff cat. And it's some rare medieval toe cleaning tool or something. But yeah, people find it, and we quite often get. So yes. So where was I? I was absolutely waffling on.
Somebody's asking in the chat, Mark Anderson, what's the noise about the vortex at the moment? How's that going down at the moment, people?
Well, there's two parts of that. There's one noise. It does produce a slight hum when you turn it on if you put your ear right next to it. But a lot of Garrett machines do that anyway and have done. I've just written a field test on the vortex, which is in next month's Treasure Hunting magazine. So if you want to find out my thoughts on it, buy it. It's had 3 updates since it came out. First one didn't make much of an improvement. Second one did, and the third one made a big improvement, which came out on Friday, I think, last week. So it's version 2.07. Very simple to update. Mac
Was it easier to update than you thought?
Yeah, I think they are nowadays. I mean, more importantly, I've got a Mac and a PC, and I predominantly use a Mac, and it just updated really quickly. Actually, the third update was the longest update. Probably took about a minute, which when you think of the data. But yeah, Vortex,
how's the charging on it now? Because I know you were having some problems.
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just the initial charge. Software updates fix that. Partly, but
isn't it amazing when that can do that? Isn't it amazing when you can actually produce something? It's completely remote from you. It's been sold. It's over there somewhere in a different country, and they say, right, so we need to change that. We'll ping out an update, and then you can download it on your PC, and you can make the PC talk to the machine, and then the machine updates, and then your problems go away. I just think that's like pure magic. We were talking about the wishbone, but that is pure magic in the modern sense of the word.
Maybe they've got a wishbone. I think more importantly, it's when a manufacturer, Nocta, are renowned at this, is actually bringing out the updates.
Yes.
So some manufacturers are a bit slow, but for Garrett to bring out, we didn't know what Garrett. To be fair, Garrett is quite new to them. This software updating of the model and the machine, and they seem to be on it. But we're not talking Deus 2 Manticore level machine. We're talking a low to mid-range machine here, from the VX5 to the VX9. So we'll see how it goes. It's a Garrett. You turn it on, it works.
End of the day, if it's there, you walk over it, you got it.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what machine you use.
Oh, Ange, sorry if everyone's putting Matt Kent.
What's Matt said?
The Manticore hums a bit if you've been searching over cowpats. Ange, can you recommend a lightweight shovel, Adrian, that you have field tested?
No grafter.
I don't think they're available anymore.
Are they not?
No.
Oh, it's such a shame.
There's a compromise here. So I did field test the McGrafter, and the early one was good.
In the dark.
And then he changed it a bit to the one Donna's got, and they're brilliant. Digger Dawn uses one. McGrafter, MEGRAPHTA. Go on his website or Google it. I think they might be available. There is a new carbon fiber one available from the man who's been on television.
The man who's been on television.
Graham. People will know Graham. Unearthed. If you go to unearthed.co.uk. He's got a carbon fibre one, a new one. It's similar to the McGrafter. I think that's quite I've not tried it. I would recommend, out of all the digging tools I've used, the grey Mine Lab one, which is 39 quid. It's quite tall. It's 3/4 plastic and stainless steel. And I was quite surprised with that. Really good. The Mine Lab one. Even though I did
what is it like in terms of weight though? Because I find, the height thing is
not heavy.
No.
So the red and blue stainless steel one, which is, I've forgotten the name of it, it's got the straight edge, which is actually a Wilkinson sword spade, but rebranded and cut and that. It's a bit lighter than that.
Can I just stop you there? Anne just said Derek bought a McGrafter just before the RCM and it's broken. How, Derek? Did you run over it? How?
Hi, Jelly. See you on Saturday. Sorry.
Yeah, I should really look out for the East of England shows and come up to them, but the rallies. Sorry,
well, it's not far. It's like 2.5 hour drive for me, and it's like 10 minutes for you. But if your McGrafter has broken, Paul's going to kill me for this. Message him, and he'll fix it or repair it. Which he's done for me. And I know people who've bought them and the tip of their spade has rusted it hasn't rusted, but they've broken it and he's replaced it. So speak to him about it, McGrafter. But yeah.
See, Jason said you can't beat the Blackadder Spartan.
Yeah.
The Blackadder ones are great. They're just quite heavy. I've got two. I've got a long digging spade and I've got a round end trowel thing, and they're both quite heavy. The trowel I use at the moment is I did have a really good one, and it's a really good recommendation if you want something just to chuck in your finds pouch to drag around the field with you. Is like an artist's palette knife. It's a little bit smaller than an archaeologist's trowel. But at the moment I'm using the Nocta one because I lost my little trowel. I left it in a field somewhere, which is very unlike me. I'm normally pretty good. And I couldn't find it when I went back. So dog probably got it and ran over to its owner and never to be seen again.
Donna. Sorry, more importantly, Matt Kent, that is perfect.
I'll have a blue one, please.
Derek Sherwin, one of the spring clips has broken. Yeah, that's interesting, Derek, because when I had that, I was like, oh, that's inside. It's got like where the nipple pops out. I heard it. There's like a spring clip, and I could imagine that would be dislodged. And you tried contacting.
Did you change the height on it?
Yeah, obviously did, and the spring clip broke.
So I don't know if mine's adjustable. I don't think mine's adjustable.
No, the early-ish. Well, there was 3 models: Mark 1, Mark 2.5, Mark 3. Paul struggles with things in life, so he might be struggling a bit. No, he's got a bit of PTSD and stuff. So
yeah, I thought he was taking the mic if you're listening or watching this back. I mean, life is tough. Life can be tough on everyone. All you've got to know is, life is. I'm not doing a Ronan Keaton. Life is a roller coaster, and there's always an up. There's always going to be an up, and you need to look for that up, and it'll happen.
Well said. Lee Perrin, hi Lee. White. Before I forget, there's been a lot of people in the chat. Lee Perrin is from Team RUTUS, and next week we have.
That's after my address now. He wants to send me a blue spade from the seaside.
She'll break it. Next week on the show, if you're watching now, make sure you tune in next week because we have Team RUTUS on. Who's Team RUTUS? What's RUTUS? Well, RUTUS are a Polish metal detector manufacturer, been going since the late 70s, I believe, predominantly in Poland, massive in Poland. The Polish Archaeological Unit use a lot of their machines, and I love their machines, as I've no doubt said on the show before. And they're going to come on. They're going to come on and talk to us about the RUTUS Versa and probably the Atrex, which was pre-RUTUS Versa, and the recent update to the RUTUS Versa, which I can't think of a machine that has changed. The Legend changed a lot with software updates, but the RUTUS Versa, it's like, oh my god, it's like buying a basic Ford Escort, and then after a year you've got an XR3 and you haven't paid any more money for it. It's no, I'm completely honest, and I'm still getting to grips with the amount of tweaking and development in the software. It is, I'm blown away, and we all get stuck. You know, we all go to Tesco's, we all go to Lidl, we Aldi, some go to Sainsbury's, Donna goes to Waitrose or Marks and Spencer's, but the RUTUS Versa is not a big brand in the hobby, but they, oh my god, they really.
I think you've done a lot for them, Adrian, as well. I think
you and
TC singing their praises. I had never heard of RUTUS as a thing. I'd always seen it advertised in Treasure Hunting magazine, and I'd love to try one. It's one of those things. It's a bit like when the Legend came out and everyone was talking about it. And Manticore, people have been banging on about that for months. I'm just not. It's not grabbing me. The Legend grabbed me. You know, the RUTUS grabs me. It sounds like it. I think it's because it sounds like it's something different. It sounds like it's going to give me something different, a different experience. But you seem to have such a passion for it. I think it's going to be really interesting for the community to hear it from them, to hear what they've got to say about it too, you know, and how they've got to, you know, where they are, where they're just coming onto the scene and breaking through, and people are actually getting really, really interested in the machines. They must be good.
They've been there for a long time.
Yeah.
Just quickly replying to Dominic, will Arik be here next Thursday? No, he won't. As far as I know. His English is not great. His wife, Viola, her English is good, but these guys, bless them, are right next to Ukraine, and they don't sleep well every night, I don't think, because of what's going on. But Arik is the owner of RUTUS. I've met him. He's, how can I put it? He's like, what's that bloke who talks about the stars and the moon and all that on BBC with a sort of black hair?
Brian Cox.
Yeah. You know how, like, when someone was talking to you about stars and moon, it was quite a bit boring because they were going, oh, yeah, like Patrick, whatever his name. He can tell you about technology and detectors in a plain English way and explain it naturally.
Yeah,
but he is so clever. But
that's what you
RUTUS, I've had 3 of their machines, and being British, we like the underdog, and they're also good value. And if you buy something, you expect to get a lot out of it, and you do out of a RUTUS. And don't get me wrong, that, you know, when the Atrex came out, it had bugs, and the Versa was a bit quirky when it came out. But yeah, so anyway, Team RUTUS are coming on next week, and they're going to give away some prizes. And if you go to,
go on, the big,
I always have to remember it because I say it's if you go on YouTube and type "big detecting show," not YouTube, Google or Chrome or
Google
Netscape Navigator.
If you just do Google search the big detecting show, it will come up.
And on the competition tab, just click competition. You can enter for free. We won't spam you. We won't hold your details. You can enter to win a lot of good RUTUS prizes. One of them, which I haven't actually got, is the RUTUS backpack, which you've seen the XP one. It is lovely. And the RUTUS one is even nicer. and there's hats, t-shirts, fines pouch, digging tool. There's loads of stuff. So if you're thinking of a RUTUS Versa, and they're not a lot of money, I think it's 700. Well, it is a lot of money in this day and age, but it's 700 odd
you
quid.
could spend a year saving up for and treat yourself. You know, if you work hard, you deserve a treat.
Or you could buy it on finance from.
What's the battery life like on it? So if you wanted to keep it, if somebody's got another machine and they wanted a really good backup, you know, what's it like if you had it in your car
for me, it outperforms its competitors. That's
really wow. Yeah. So great backup machine if somebody's using something else as well. Yeah, fantastic.
Who's nude pairing? Let's just block that person. Oh, how do I block them?
I don't know.
Why won't what? Oh, it's that bloody thing Dave's done. On what is it? Twitch. Sorry, I can't get rid of them.
You can't.
Sorry.
Right. Don't look at that comment anymore.
Oh, Neville Bro. Arik miniaturized the computer and developed it into metal detector. Genius. Evening. Thank you, Neville. He is an absolute genius. How many detectors do you know that can find pottery, Donna?
What?
Yes.
My eyes find pottery.
No, in the ground.
How?
The RUTUS scan.
Is it because it's hot? Is it because it's picking up on the carbon?
Yeah. So the RUTUS Alta 71, the Atrex, and I think pre-RUTUS Alta 71, it can find pottery, and that's why the Polish love it.
So it will pay. It will. That I mean, that seems
ceramics. Sorry, ceramics.
You know, when you're talking about finding carbon in the field, and we had that conversation about this potentially could be coal from a steam engine on the field, or it could be chucked out with the rubbish. I find burnt human remains. So when people talk about hot rocks, this is what hot rocks are. I've got a cremation burial on my site, at least 10, I think, probably more. But I find the odd actually recognisable carbonised bone. And my detector will pick that up, my Deus, quite easily. But pottery, no. I mean, that's
I think it's ceramics.
That's mad, and just because they've been heated to such a high level. So does it tell you that it's a ceramic? Has it got a special noise?
Sorry, I'm just updating the website because there's apparently a problem on the mobile phone number. It won't let you submit. So thank you for keep talking, Donna.
Okay, sorry. I mean, I just wonder. So anyone who's, I mean, if we're not talking about finding pottery now, if we're talking about finding bits of hot rocks or carbon, have a look at what you're finding, because every now and then, I haven't had it with my older machines, but certainly with the Deus, I'm starting to pick up a few more hot rocks because I'm actually trying to dig iffy signals in this particular field. So sometimes, hot rock's going to give you a half positive signal, so it's worth having a look at it. But I'm actually getting some quite nice burnt human vertebrae come up. So, have a look at what you're picking up and see. It might indicate that you've got Iron Age cremation burials. So,
Donna, do you want
finds?
Do you want to explain what the difference is between hot rocks and Coke?
Coke.
Yeah.
Superheated in the ground. That's it. That's all I can say. So that's a tough one, Adrian. You're probably more sciencey than I am. All I know is that I would pick up any kind of, on those signals, you could pick up a bit of heated carbon. So it's carbon. It's something that's been superheated. Yeah. So you could pick up a bit of like clinker or something that's been heated on a fire, that's been spread across a field. Do you remember they used to call it clinker when they used to tip the ash out?
Yeah.
It could be like I've got bits of human bone. from a cremation burial, or it could be like the deposits from a steam engine parked on the side of the field, something that's just the crap out of the bottom of the firebox. So yeah, there are different types, but yeah, have a look at it. You might think I'm mad, but if it points you in the direction of an Iron Age cremation burial, and you find, like I was just showing you there, a little first century brooch, then happy days.
Yeah. I think a lot of people get confused though between Coke and what was I saying? Coke
it's magnetised.
Yeah.
Heated to a level.
And don't forget,
it's become magnetised.
If you're lucky enough to find a meteorite.
I've got some weird things. I bet they're not up here. Oh, that's annoying. I'm just going to have a poke around in the dungeon. I've got a crotal bell.
Right. I'm back. Sorry if everyone's watching. If you going back to what I said, and those who've been put off, if you want to win the RUTUS prizes next week, go to bigdetectingshow.com or .co.uk. Is it bigdetectingshow.com? Yeah, bigdetectingshow.com. Go on the competition page. If you're on your mobile phone, click the hamburger. Why is it called hamburger? 3 lines. And click competition, and you should be able to enter. It should work now. So thank you. I don't know. Apologies, I've forgotten who told me, but thank you very much. Let's see if anyone's entered, because
all enter now. Enter now, quickly. Just enter now. While we're waffling, we're going to stop waffling and talk about something important in a sec.
Yeah, it's working. Oh Christ, yeah, it's coming in. Thank you very. Oh blimey, brilliant. So, oh gosh, that's working. Excellent. That's good. We like giving things away for free, and especially to people who support us in the hobby. We're 12. Blimey, that's coming in. 12 minutes away from Adrian's wall, which I've actually got the artifact in front of me here.
Da, da, da.
Did I just show it then? I didn't.
No, you didn't. No. No.
It's one of my. Oh, it's not my find.
No. You're terrible. No. I bet you give people clues at Christmas. Yes.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
No.
Right. So tonight we're talking about new things to the hobby. So we're speaking about the composite cleaning pencil brush. This composite cleaning pencil sharpening thing, which is really cool. And there was there's a new finds bag available.
Is there?
The detectorist, yeah.
Why?
I've forgotten, and I haven't got the link for it. So we'll talk about that another time. They did email me and said that send me one to sample.
You see, this is why I should be testing the fluffy stuff, because at least I remember things.
Well, this, if you're in the chat.
Pouch.
Thank you. No. Matt Kent.
Matt. Relics.
No, I've got it. Right, I'm going to show it, right?
God.
So thank you, Matt Kent.
Well done. There's about 10 people in the chat have said relics.
Yeah. So I quite like this.
Oh, interesting. How does that attach to one? Look, it's big. It's roomy.
You can put your
you can put your lunch in that.
National insurance card in there.
Well, that's for your NCMD card, isn't it?
Yeah, or national insurance, or YMCA. But there's a big one, and a little one.
See, the only thing that worries me about that is that the pouch is really open. What closes it? What stops your stuff from falling out?
Well, in there, you put your rubbish and your pinpointer and all that.
Yeah.
And you have a coin pod or something, but they've got that. But they've got some other bags. Is that all they're selling? This looks quite interesting.
Oh, it does actually. Yes, it does. Yeah, because some of the space, not only that they get really dirty, but also some of them are actually quite sharp now. Some of the ones with
12, yeah.
on.
So thank you, Matt Kent, and all the others in
Yeah,
there.
well done everyone for sharing that. Yeah, I mean, I'm always happy to try those kind of things out. I mean, I think it's really important as well if you are thinking about buying a new finds pouch, and I don't think it's something we've ever talked about before. Is finds pouches. Just do the measurements, because not all finds pouches suit all people's body shape. And I'm saying that from a very personal point of view. I actually won a really nice finds pouch from a competition that I entered in the other magazine, and I was sent it. It's brand new. I'm kidding. I couldn't wear it. It was down past my knee. I gave it to my cousin.
That's because you got like size 4 waist.
It's
because all you live off is gin and Watsits.
The important thing, gin. Well, I did have a packet of shortbread biscuits in the field the other day as well.
Gin, Watsits, and 40 Bensons a day. No, Rothmans. No. Sorry, Rothmans Blue.
Virginia.
Hello, Woodsy too. Sorry, you're new. Don't worry.
We're all God's children. Woodsy. Sorry, I'm new.
He's on.
He must be super English. Is he? Is actually dialing in from a mansion. There. Hello. I've just joined. Sorry, I am new.
I'm quite interested, actually. A lot of people have got these relics bags, and they're saying good things about them. So it'd be very. I was contacted about trying one out, and for
are they nice and strong? Are people finding that they've got a good durability about them?
Sorry, James Barnes, Captain Full Strength. I fell out of a tree smoking one of them once. I stole them off my brother. And
I can't even cope with the Marlborough.
I climbed a sycamore tree when I was about 10 and got some Captain Full Strength and smoked 2 of them and learned how to inhale a cigarette like a man. And next thing I woke up on the ground all dizzy and I passed out and fell out the tree. Kids don't do that anymore, do they? They learn to smoke, but they smoke.
No, they vape. No, kids.
I smoked to look like a man. Anyway. Neopropylene bag.
Neoprene.
Is that neopropylene?
No, it's neoprene.
What would
so Matt said, I'm going to attempt to make a neoprene bag one day. So that's waterproof. It's the same material as you'd have a diving suit out of.
Someone's done one of those. I had one. RUTUS. No, not RUTUS.
That's when your machine is fully waterproof.
And, if you go to a garden centre, they do gardening pouches that are made out of that. So they're like waterproofy sort of.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. I meant wetsuit.
Philip Wills is in the chat. Great. Adrian's Wall, which is on in 6 minutes, and there's a prize, Philip.
I have a couple of metal detectors, Matt.
Yes. Philip, I was offered one, an air detector, Mark 1, not the new one, which is from Quest. I'm interested in buying one off you, Philip, but I've been offered a price for one, brand new boxed, used once. I know it's not a great machine and it's not good, but I want one to add because I've only got 2 detectors. And I want to add one to the collection for
You've only got 2. You can't count.
Well,
you can't count.
Put a 0 on it, or 2. But yeah, Philip, Philip, you're in London. I'm not too far from you, so maybe one day I could pop up there and we could share a bowl of jelly deals and a pint of what's the beer? What's the beer?
What, London beer?
No, the trendy one. I've forgotten the name of it. New one to never. Matt Kent, are they still the same frequency? No, I don't think the new one. There's a little write-up in Treasure Hunting next month about the new air detector.
There's a lot of chatter about the neoprene.
Yeah. No, not Brewdog. It's the other one. Oh, God, I'm thinking of it. They got really... Camden Ale. Camden. Wells. Hells.
Bells.
Camden Hells.
Yeah, it is Hells.
Still, well, Stephen, I spoke to the lovely man at Quest at Detectival, and he's worked closely with Treasure Hunting magazine in the past, and I have emailed him, but he hasn't come back. So we will see. But yeah, the original air detector had loads of problems, but look, it's not up there with your Vortexes, your Deus 2s, your bloody...
For those of you who are talking about... So air detector, explain. What is the air detector?
So basically, it's a wireless... It's like a Deus. Yeah, Deus machine. But you use your mobile phone with an app. And that's the detector. It links to your coil via Bluetooth. It runs at quite a low... Well, I say it's a low frequency. It's like an old Garrett at the end.
So how much gig is it taking up as an app in your detector? In your phone? Not many.
I think it, based on, the average phone we use now is probably 1 million times more powerful than a computer we used in the 80s. There's potential there. It's something that could work. But
see, I'd always say though, when you it's on your phone. I've got an issue with that because one of my cameras, all my remotes and everything has to be run off an app on your phone. And it's really annoying because... But Donna, how good would this be? Metal detect with your phone. Yeah.
Video your finds.
Yeah.
Video your VDI. Video the depth. Video the time. Video the location without having to do anything. It's a potential. It's where machines will be.
I think it's where machines will go. Whether it will be your phone or independent.
I saw a patent from Minelab about 2 years ago, which was talking about a camera in your... No, I can talk about it. It's
right, okay.
When it was launched. And I don't think it's been approved, but about a video recording camera in your control box. So it's coming. So the next, the Manticore 2...
Are we ready for it though?
Why not? It's how that data is shared and kept, and who has handled it. I get emails from people all over the world, and I got a guy email me the other day. Hopefully, he's not in the chat. He's got an app you can put on your phone, and it will record your finds and your location and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, well you can do that with NCMD. You can do that with the CTX. You can do that with the XP app, and others. But I looked at his data, and it said you're willing to share all your data with us. I'm like, no, mate. I'm not telling you where I found gold.
But that is going to be the problem.
So yeah, it's what it's all about. So
I think, I mean, that is going to be a problem. I mean, I can understand if we're going to hook straight into Portable Antiquity Scheme, something like that.
Oh, we haven't got into that. We'll do that after the Adrian's Wall.
But if we're going to hook into PAS or something, I can see that being really beneficial. But it is how that data is protected. I think is going to be the biggest issue to overcome. Are we ready? Ta-da!
Got to do it again.
Should go.
Yes. Can you see it?
I can see it. Can everyone else see it?
It's worked. Right. Can you see the chat?
I can see the chat. I've got about 21. So we start with number 21.
Donna,
yes,
sorry.
darling.
Do we go with what it was or what it ended up being?
What it originally was, I think, because nobody would get what it ended up being.
Right.
I think we could turn it over and ask if we've got two people come up with the same thing.
Okay.
Number 13. That was for Jim Panting, who's asked me about 27 times. Number
Painting.
22 for Stephen Brame. Number 12 for Dominic. We've got Derek Sherwin in at number 19.
No, 19.
Number 19. And Carl Ellis at number 11.
You looking at the answers as well?
No. Hold on. Nobody said anything. We've got close. Close, but no cigar. Oh, somebody's got the tiebreaker. That's interesting.
Is there a number?
Hold on. I'm going down. I've just got to check. I'm checking. Yeah, Ange said 5.
No, it's not that. It's not S Club 7
We've
either.
got Lead Seal, Saxon Gaming Piece, Palm Guard, Ashtray, Thimble, Bag Seal, Knife Sharpener, Lead Seal Pipe, Tamper Spindle Whirl, Palm Guard, Lead Molds, none of those. Ampula, 14.
We're going for the original use of this item.
Yeah. Oh, trade weight lead. Mimsy 716 has got it.
Who's? Oh, well done, Mimsy 716.
Mimsy 716 in the chat before, and then Stephen Brame actually got the tie break. So Stephen Brame got the tie break. Stephen, I think I've got your address somewhere for the last competition. I think Dave shared it with me.
This isn't the actual find, but this is the closest I could find on Paz.
Similar, isn't it? We're going to show you the actual one in a minute, but it's a really heavy lead trade weight. And Stephen, because you've look at that, it's massive. And who was it found by though? Look, that's the bit that Stephen got, that it's been reused as a palm guard.
Yeah. So this was found by my son with what did he have? Days 2. He found it at Rodney Cook, and there is a slight coat of arms there. And these date from, there's not a lot of information on these massively, but from late 12th century to late 15th century. It is so heavy, I'm worried about dropping it. But what is interesting about this, it's been repurposed as a palm guard. So someone has worked leather or whatever material in there, and you can see there's holes in there as well. So yeah, that's one of my favourite finds. That is also because my son found it, and being a youngster and like, oh, Dad, you're out detecting, as he calls it.
Did it inspire him though? Did it really inspire him? Like,
yeah, massively. And amazing. I mean, he got a signal, and I heard it like 20 feet away, as you'd expect.
Blow your ears off.
And I said, "What the hell's?" And he said, and I thought, "Oh my God, that's like proper lump of, that's like a full can of Coke, that is, from like 2021. Someone's buried it." And he dug it up, and it was only 4 or 5 inches down. And I went, "Oh my God, mate, that looks like, yeah, that's a trade weight." And being that shape, and there is a very faint coat of arms on it, and obviously when that weight became obsolete, someone thought, "I'll have that and I'll use it."
Yeah. Second purpose.
When I'm making Keith a new pair of leather sandals. So yeah. So the first
Stephen's just said he's got a palm guard in the registered on Paz. So Mimsy 716 needs to email into the show. So if you, it's editor, it's not.
No, if you go to bigdetectingshow.com and click the contact page, Mimsy, you just put your details in there and we'll get a field cleaning kit from Composite Cleaning Pencil sent out to you. Thank you very much, Graham Dempsey and Composite Cleaning Pencil.
Graham was going to add the brush, wasn't he? He was. I'm
not sure. Maybe he might. Yeah, you might get a free toothbrush with it as well. Nick Berry.
I think I want to send Stephen Brame something. Don't know what it's going to be yet, Stephen. It'll be a surprise, but I've got his address just because it came through with the other prize address. So it'll be a surprise, Stephen.
It did lead him into the hobby, Matt Kent. Nick Berry. I thought you'd have got that because you were actually there when I showed it to you. But yeah, it's lovely.
I've only seen one.
Nice. He's got a little lead wooden plaque in his bedroom, and that's sitting on there. And God knows what
that is amazing.
When they come round.
That is amazing. Beautiful. He probably uses it as a talking piece. Probably, my dad does this, and I go along with him. And my dad's on the telly.
Yeah, he's actually, fingers crossed, my son, he's got an interview next week for a job. When usual thing, I said, mate, when you get the interview, they always say, tell us about yourself. And, where'd you go with that? Like, oh, I like drinking a lot and touching girls. I said, no. And I said, just explain about your past jobs. And he's only young, past jobs, what you done. And he was a captain of a football team, Chelmsford City.
That's really good.
And I said, part of that, I said, when they say about hobbies and interests, say metal detecting.
Yeah.
He went, what? I said, well, you come out to your dad, tell him what you found. And he's like, what? And I know they'll go, oh, I've seen the detectorists. Oh, yeah. Have you ever found anything? I said, mate, they won't shut up. You know what it's like. Even when I get my hair cut, the bloke goes, oh, I finished work early today. I said, no, I'm going to metal detecting. Oh, I've seen that on the telly. Yeah, what's that all about?
I think everybody has. Do you really do it? Is it really a thing? Is it really like that? What you get is it really like that? Yes, it is. We all know it's true.
I think it's actually worse than that. Because if you're a heavy Facebook social media user, which me and you aren't, it opens a can of worms. Because you're new to the hobby. You find something like that, you put it on a social media channel, someone will say it's a load of tut, someone will say it's a lead fishing weight, someone will say it's a whatever. So I think it's more than that. I think if the program was rewritten now, Lance wouldn't come out because he'd be worried that someone had said he was a night hawker or something. But no, it's true though, isn't it? It's true.
I tell you what, it's the hobby has changed a lot over the years. I think the detectorist has done an awful
Nick
lot.
Berry. Have you found anything apart from Rowan Brooch?
Is it coming to me or you?
Well, not you, because you bloody found a fibula this week. So
I've done pretty good, over the last couple of weeks. I've had a few really nice finds. Coming to the end of that field, though, I've nearly finished the field, and also it's set, so that'll be, and it's set with beans, so it's going to be tough going after harvest. What? Philip Wills thinks he's broken his arm. You'd know if you'd broken your arm, Philip. If it feels like, is he lying?
No, he. This has happened before. He likes watching people. About 2 years ago, Philip climbed a conifer. I think it's about 3 meters up, and he landed on his binoculars in a inappropriate fall.
Not one of those who goes to the hospital and asks for them to be removed.
So I hope you haven't broken your arm, Philip. hopefully this time you were climbing, because I know you like climbing walls. He has video proof of this one.
Ban Dave Moore. We weren't doing jokes this week, Dave, to be fair.
Do you know what? I've got back. Yeah, you're right. My son was only talking about Back to the Future today, and I said to him, you know, it's a true story, don't you? But it is. Yeah, Philip, I hope you get on all right, because it's not nice having a broken arm.
No, I can vouch for that.
God, Jim panting. Anyway,
so we were going to talk about
Donna.
Yes,
I've just started watching the show. No, you got loads of minutes. I just started watching the show. I've been detecting for 20 years, or I've been detecting for 20 minutes. This Treasure Act, everyone talks about it. I Googled it. I found it on an out-of-date website. But hang on a minute. 2023, they changed the rules. What's all that about? Tell me now.
It's very confusing, because it still comes up as saying the Treasure Act 1996 as well, and then it's amendments this date, this date, this date, and this date.
I'm trying to get you big on the screen.
I don't need to be big, darling. You're all right. Oh, look, you've made me vanish now. That's better.
Why can't I make? Oh,
I feel like I'm being shuffled. I'll come out as the Ace of Spades in a minute. He's gone now. So Google, do have a look. Go to the government website, Google Treasure. It will come up. And I'm sorry, by the way, if I'm a little bit not clear on my camera. That's got to be fixed. I'm going to get a new camera. But so the Treasure Act. All you really need to keep in mind are three things. Is it gold? Is it silver? Does it have any element of either? And 300 years old. So if you can answer those questions sufficiently, you're not going to get yourself into trouble. So the new act, the amendment, also included, so we know that gold and silver, things that have 10%, so more than 10% gold or silver in them, will be classed as treasure. Also included in that from last year were anything that was made of a copper alloy, and that can mean bronze, or it can mean lesser copper alloys. So bronze is just one kind of copper alloy, brass is another kind of copper alloy, but anything over 300 years old should be shown to your flow. Now, flows are going to be pretty inundated if we start bringing in loads and loads and loads of 300-year-old bits of tut. However, the law requires you to bring things into your flow. Now, we've been trying to get some clarity on that. So if you get Treasure Hunting magazine, the next issue will have my article in, and it's the first article that's going to be of a series of articles discussing the Treasure Act, the Portable Antiquities Scheme. We're going to look at how we all work together, how we can improve working together. And I've got a dialogue going actually with Michael Lewis, who is the head of the Portable Antiquities Scheme, all about that. And I'm talking to archaeologists, I am talking to flows, I'm talking to detectorists, etc. But if you jump on board the magazine, this next issue, there's a huge, it's a big in-depth article talking about what is important about the change to the Treasure Act. So there isn't any danger really of your artifact being any material if it's historically important. Yes, Matt, but it's about what's knowing, about knowing what's historically important, and we don't necessarily know. No, Andrew T, not every hammered coin's in a different category altogether. So if coin is going to be considered treasure, it has to be as part of a hoard. But in saying that, gold or silver coins, the flow would like to record them. And that's another really important thing. The flow would like to record your over 300-year-old gold and silver coin, not just hoards, but singular coins, because a lot of people study coins. There are a lot of people doing academic studies of coins, and it's important for them to know, say if there's a new mint turn up or a new coin is identified, it's really important for that to be recorded. And a lot of this change to the Treasure Act is about recording things as opposed to declaring things as treasure. So don't be scared of coming forward. Be scared of not coming forward. If you don't come forward, you could be subject to now 3 years in prison. You could be subject to what they're saying is an unlimited fine. So you do need to be really careful. If you know you have something that's potentially treasure, then declare it straight away. Could get in touch with your flow and and let them tell you what's what. Yes, Stein.
The amendment is now 200 years, not 300 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
there are 2 different dates. So the copper alloy is over 300 years old, and I'm not sure if they've just amended it back to 200 years, because it should be over 300 years. You checked?
It's 200.
Because there was some debate about that being too tight. So it's about specialness. So check with government. Matt said we record everything. Yeah, you do need to record everything. It's really important. I'd fact check that before the show, Adrian. So if that's coming up as 200 years, if in doubt, get it recorded.
I think Philip Wills, I can't get on my Instagram.
There's one aspect of it that is 200 years old, and there's one aspect of it that is 300 years old. The most important thing is that if you're not sure, talk to your flow. Yeah, so James has said it's now 200 years as well. So the whole point of it is, or rather, the whole point of why we shouldn't be scared about it as detectorists is because there is an extra special category. It doesn't mean that your copper alloy finds are going to be impounded and you're never going to see them.
I've got Philip Wills' video. I'll play it in a minute.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that. It means that they can assess it for this. What Helen Geek said called this week, it's an Indiana Jones classification. So they're doing if it doesn't make you go wow, if it doesn't make somebody else go wow, then it's probably not going to be classed as treasure if it's copper alloy. Gold or silver, on the other hand, will have to go through the treasure process regardless. Coins are 10 or more copper alloys and 2 or more precious, so gold or silver coins. Found in the same place, yes.
I found a 1730 to 1750 silver cufflink.
Yep. So that's reportable. Now you're not going to get you are not going to get put in prison if you haven't reported it to your flow. So you can email your flow now and say, 3 years ago, I found this. I didn't know it was supposed to be treasure. And they will say, oh, it's only a cufflink. We don't mind. Or can we have a look at it next time you come in and we'll record it? And the reason is because Portable Antiquity Scheme database is like a massive, giant academic research tool. They want to record pretty much anything and everything that's coming out of the ground so that they can get densities of various different items. They can locate where things were manufactured from where specific items were, where commercial routes were. They can tell a story of our heritage through the objects. So, you might find that you have got, say with axe heads, you might find you've got a whole load of Bronze Age axe heads in East Anglia, but then you've got the same series of axe heads halfway to the Midlands, and then the other side of the Midlands, you've got the same series of axe heads. What does that mean? Well, it possibly could mean that there was a trading route in axe heads going all the way through, that sort of commercial routeway. We don't. That's hypothetical, of course, but yeah, it tells them all kinds of things, and you would be surprised what you can learn.
I think it covers a lot of, because Stephen Brame, I just put that up. Did love tokens count?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
I'm not sure. I think whether or not it's because they haven't finalised the debate about what is a love token. Now, they used to have to be recorded as an artifact, not a coin. When we were doing the training last month on medieval coins, and that got brought up in the conversation, there was an absolutely no, we do not need to see love tokens. And that's probably because it was customary across England. There are thousands of them. Nobody's going to learn anything by them. And if anyone doesn't know what a love token is, it's where, say you fell in love with the maiden in the village, the fair maiden.
Or a man.
Or a man.
PC on this show now.
Okay, you fell in love with the farmer's son.
Or a woman, or a cat.
Or the milkmaid, not a cat. So what you do is you rub your coins smooth, you make them really thin so that they will be flexible. You take 2 coins and you bend them together in a kind of a wavy bend. So you warm them up and you bend them together in like a wavy bend. And that's your bond. And when if you're separated and you rejoin, those 2 coins come together, that's your bond. So if say one had to leave the village and come back, it's like a promise, it's like an engagement. But we find odd ones of those out and about in the fields. It's just that they don't tell you anything about the coin because they're rubber flat. They don't tell you anything about distribution because they're all over the place. And that's why coin hoards are, 10 or more copper alloys. It's not going to really tell you much if you only find a few.
It's a shame, because if you look into love tokens, how people kept them with them and rubbed them, and that it's like a wedding ring, really.
It's like an engagement ring for sure.
Yeah, well,
and it becomes a talisman or something like that. But then, the same way as engagement ring, when somebody falls out with somebody and they pull it off their finger and chuck it in the field and says, she doesn't love me, she's gone off with so and so. I'm done with all of this.
But was a love token like an engagement ring?
Could have been, because who could have afforded? Who was a peasant? Who could have afforded a silver ring? But also, you would have to wear a ring, and if you were a maid, that's jewelry you probably wouldn't be allowed to. But also, you can keep that secretly about your person and carry it with you all the time.
I love tokens.
Yeah, I do. They're a real piece of social history. So, no to love tokens. If you want to mention it to your flow, you can, but they won't be recording your love tokens. Most of the things that they want to see is purely for recording purposes. Anything gold and silver will go to treasure. They should. So Matt said the amount of times really important finds have not been recorded that have led to sites being missed, and Thetford Hall was a classic example. Yes, absolutely. But you see, there are times when fines that have been declared have been ignored for the convenience of certain people who would rather they hadn't been found in the first place. Complicated argument that. But yes. Oh, hold on. I found 2 in my field. One was a William III. The other was a beat up copper. Different classes, I guess. Could be Jason. Could be all that they had about their person. You had to be quite well off to afford a silver penny. Excuse me. But yeah, the recording issue, Matt, it opens a whole can of worms. When I was talking to Helen years and years ago about what is actually recorded or known about is the tip of the iceberg, not in terms of what people have just through history stashed away in their drawers and cupboards, and through antiquity, really, but also, the base of the pyramid is what hasn't been found yet. We don't know what there is to be discovered yet because we haven't found it. We've only found a little tiny bit. Even with all of us detectorists going across the field, you only find what's available on the surface at that time in that year, according to the weather and how your detector is performing and whether you're awake or not. There's so many variables.
If you're unsure, if this was 30, 40 years ago, you would have had to got on the bus or got in your Ford Cortina, driven to the flow, shown them the stuff. She'd have photocopied it or typed it up. Nowadays, just ping them an email. If you don't know who your flow is, if you're new to the hobby and you just found something, go on Portable Antiquities Scheme website, paz.org or whatever it is, Portable Antiquities Scheme. Click on there, your local flow, and they'll be there. Hopefully you've got one. I've got a really good one now in Essex. She's been there for over a year. 2 years, I think. Laurie. Ping them an email, send them a picture. They'll say to you, thank you very much. Come down here. That is amazing. Or thank you. That's a load of toot. Or in a polite kind of way. And you're covering yourself for the sake of 1 minute. Take a picture on your phone, upload it to your email, ping it across.
I think emailing is good as well, as opposed if you're going to message by phone, make sure you've at least got evidence that you've done that in case anything comes back on you. There's also some conflict at the moment in PAS about what we're doing with our fines after they've been recorded. That chapter is yet to be explored, but I think some
that's
people,
a good one, Donna.
Some people have ambition above their status. I think.
Well, yes, because as far as I'm aware, if it's
you
been
can do what you like with it.
Yes,
is
the way it stands at the moment, if you get it back from your flow, it's not too dissimilar to if it's been
disclaimed.
If you've disclaimed, like treasure, it's up to you what you do with it.
Yes.
So I'd love to know what percentage sell and what percentage keep. I know keep is higher than sell, but I
think
really
so because my Celtic coins I've found. I don't ever want them to go anywhere. I know they're not even very valuable, but the point is they would fetch money if they were sold. I'm being forced. My hand is being forced with my Roman hoard. That's going to be sold at some point in time.
Yeah, it all depends. At the end of the day, we're all human. We've all got mortgages to pay, bills to pay.
And some people need to.
Some of us haven't got family to hand it down to. Yeah. And like I've always said to Dave, my dad's fines were handed down to me, his coins and everything. And luckily, I respect them and I'm interested in them. How did he know I wasn't going to be a heroin addict and blow him down the local pound, whatever it is, cash converters?
It's called trust, but you also know.
But it's true, and they could be completely lost. So,
Dean said the museums sell them off. Quite right, Dean. That's a point that I'm going to write that down because I can't get the comments after the show. Yes,
Jim, they might bin it all. Mine won't, but it will sit in a drawer for like another 50 years. And then
a lot of them get binned.
My kids might sell it and buy a PlayStation 10 or Xbox 2094.
I think as well, that's an important thing that Jim said about things being binned.
Oh, God, we're finished.
We're finishing, yeah. Are we ending? Yeah, soon. We've got 2 seconds. Jim, it's an important thing what you said. It's something that clubs could pick up on, and maybe we'll talk about that in my future articles. A service that can be offered to your community that you live in, to look at any finds of detectorists that are no longer with us, and to just be able to tell somebody in trust, you need to see somebody about this, you need to do something about this. Because I've been asked those questions before and people get very scared. You know, they might have some really valuable sitting there, or it might just be a load of Volta, and they absolutely don't know the difference. So that is an important service we could offer as a community.
We're finished the show. Thank
Yes.
you all for watching.
Thank
you, Lady Donna. I appreciate you coming on tonight.
I've got to do a wing commander thing for Jim.
Oh, thank you all for watching tonight. And well done to the person who won the cleaning pencil fields.
Yes.
Click.
And the chat's been great tonight, by the way. Stephen Brame, there's a gift coming to you. Dean, thanks for your comments. Matt, thanks for your comments. It's been lively and relevant, which is always a good sign. Shall we close with a bit of
I've got Philip Wills climbing the wall and falling off and breaking his arm. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Give us a thumbs up on the Instagram tube thing, because Dave's not watching.
The like button.
Yeah, he'll like that. Not that we
the like button.
But this
is Philip Wills in the comments.
Thank you for watching, and this is Philip Wills breaking his arm.
And here we have Philip Wills trying to get up a mountain. He's struggling. I could smash that. What is he doing? Philip, you can't do it. Oh, Philip's fallen down. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Happy landings, everyone.
Bye.